and I'm honoured to be here representing the City of Greater Dandenong and the wider Greater Dandenong community and stand with you together in solidarity in support of the global Hazara community. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Councillor Eden, for your solidarity and a vote of gratitude to Dandenong City Council for being the first and the only government
in which we meet here today. As an Indigenous person of a different land, it's important for me to acknowledge the Indigenous owners of the land in which I'm privileged to call home. My name is Shikofa, and today, as we gather to commemorate the anniversary of the horrific attack on the College Education Centre in Dashti, Kabul, I stand before you as a member of the Hazara diaspora. Growing up in Australia, away from Afghanistan, I often find it incredibly challenging to express the depth of my grief for the victims of the ongoing targeted attacks on Hazaras, and more broadly for my community that has borne the weight of such pain in many years. I've attended many events like this in the past years, tragedy upon tragedy, commemorating the death of thousands of Hazaras, school kids, travellers, mothers, fathers, peaceful protesters, mothers in labour with their unborn infants, entire families, mosque scholars, wedding guests, and other innocent people. I recognise the extremely privileged position I hold as a Hazara person who has never closely been affected by the Hazara genocide. I've prepared a poem to present to you all today that I think encompasses the story of many young Hazara people in the diaspora like myself, who have been brought up away from our ancestral lands and bear the weight of immense survivor's guilt. In the stillness of the library, I find solace. My retreat, after lectures and learning in hollowed halls, I sit, with assignments awaiting a world of my own to unfold, into books, into knowledge, opportunities of gold. Amidst the pages and the hushed whispers of study, I pause to explore the digital world of Instagram, where moments did pour. Friends' selfies, outfits and feasts, and cherished pets, too dear. Live snapshots unfold, all vivid and clear. But this day, a different story unfolds before my gaze. A news station's post, a targeted strike, a world ablaze. A girls' education centre, a sanctuary of dreams. A girls' education centre, a sanctuary of dreams. Nestled in Dashti, where brave Hazara hearts aspired, now shrouded in darkness. It's not what it seems. My body goes numb, waves of dread engulf, crashing in. My body goes numb, waves of dread. Another Hazara attack, a relentless and cruel game. I scroll and scroll, searching for answers, burdened by shame. My assignment looms, its due time drawing near. My assignment looms, its due time drawing near. But how can I focus with this grief so severe? The images, they haunt me. The images, they haunt me, blood stains on my screen. The images, they haunt me, blood stains on my screen. Young lives cut short in a world so cruel and obscene. Girls cry out in anguish, parents' hearts in shards. Girls cry out in anguish, parents' hearts in shards. A Hazara mother's grief in her cries hit hard. As she learns her dear daughter is a victim of despair. As she learns her dear daughter is a victim of despair. Her dreams now shattered, lost to the merciless air. A father pleads with his daughter, lifeless in his arms. A father pleads with his daughter, lifeless in his arms, begging her to wake up, to flee from harm's alarms. A small child watches, watches, eyes wide in dread. His big sister, wounded, lies cold and dead. His big sister, wounded, lies cold and dead. In hospitals, parents seek faces they couldn't see. In hospitals, parents seek faces they couldn't see. Daughters' identities erased, a cruel reality. A Hazara mother at home receives the news, she faints. A Hazara mother at home receives the news, she faints. Her dreams for her child met with relentless constraints. So many Hazara families in mourning, dreams torn apart. So many Hazara families in mourning, dreams torn apart. The grief, a heavy burden, etched into each heart. How can I explain to my tutor the heavy weight I bear? How can I explain to my tutor the heavy weight I bear? That my assignment lay forgotten in the face of such despair. That I am paralysed by grief in a distant, safer land. That I am paralysed by grief in a distant, safer land. As my people are attacked, their fates by others planned. For the crime of being Hazara, their features marked as a sign. For the crime of being Hazara, their features marked as a sign. Their thirst for knowledge, a threat to those who malign. They were targeted for being Hazara, their identity clear. They were targeted for being Hazara, their identity clear. Central Asian features, a sign they couldn't veer. Their thirst for knowledge, courage and grace. Their thirst for knowledge, courage and grace, deemed a threat by those who sought to erase. Survivor's guilt consumes me in this haven far from woe. Survivor's guilt consumes me in this haven far from woe. While they face the darkness, I bask in daylight's glow. But our pain is shared, Abajan, I promise. But our pain is shared, Abajan, I promise. As we in the diaspora tread this bitter trap. In unity we stand, for justice we fight back. In the quiet of the library, my studies remain, but my heart is with them in sorrow and pain. Our chapter unfinished as I look to the sky. For my people, my Hazaras, will never say goodbye. Amidst the books and assignments, I find my way. Amidst the books and assignments, I find my way. A tribute to those who've seen darker days. For the Hazara schoolgirls, lives cut too short. For the Hazara schoolgirls, lives cut too short. I'll continue my education for their hopeful fought. In their memory, I'll strive to learn and grow. In their memory, I'll strive to learn and grow. To honour their dreams in the diaspora's glow. Remember, dear Hazara youth, to delve into history's pages. Remember, dear Hazara youth, to delve into history's pages. To understand that these attacks are but echoes of Abdurrahman's genocide. When 62% of our kin were lost, enslaved and forcibly displaced. A painful legacy that haunts us still, shaping our lives today. Young Hazaras, delve into history, grasp your past. Young Hazaras, delve into history, grasp your past. These attacks are the echoes of a legacy that fights to last. Abdurrahman's genocide, a chapter of our pain, but now in these safe lands we call home, let our pride regain. Our culture born from suffering speaks of resilience so true. Our culture born from suffering speaks of resilience so true. Our traditional foods shaped by starvation's cruel debut. Our music, a haunting melody of anguish and might. Our music, a haunting melody of Our music, the haunting melody of anguish and might. Our leaders like Marzia fought for our right. In these lands where our Hazara identity is not a target, and we thrive. In these lands where our Hazara identity is not a target, and we thrive. Let us stand tall with dreams that forever strive. Embrace opportunities, work and study hard. Take a stance. Embrace opportunities, work and study hard. Take a stance. With pride in our identity, we'll conquer any circumstance. As Hazaras we rise, resilient and strong. As Hazaras we rise, resilient and strong. In the face of adversity, we'll right the wrongs. Our pain is a testament, our history our guide. Our pain is a testament, our history our guide. In unity we'll conquer.